Hey everyone! So today's episode comes by request from a fan. My apologies for not getting a screenshot, but I thought this was an excellent topic for a video. You wanted it, you got it. This is how to not completely suck at heavy rock drums. Drummers. Such a pain in the ass, such a necessity. The guys who can't tell time, show up on time, or play in time. If there's anyone that will drag your band's collective IQ down, it's the fucking drummer. It's like purposely inviting in someone to make things even worse after the bass player already ruined the day. But I would still rather have a live drummer than R2-D2 playing samples any day of the week. Despite the beer cans all over the place, the lame excuses for showing up late, and the awful stench that constantly follows them around, drummers are utterly irreplaceable. So I'm going to lay out some helpful hints in very simple to understand language that even your drummer can understand. Because over the years, I've seen drummers pull off some incredibly stupid shit. First off, you've got to learn how to count to 4, guys. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 1, 2, 3, 3 and 7/8. Not 1, 2, 3, 4 to 32nd. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Simple, right? That's this many. You'd think drummers would master that shit first. Yeah, not fucking bloody likely. And if you dare bring up the subject, they get all butthurt and cry like little bitches about it. I was at a Steel Panther show a few weeks back wearing this shirt, and what I'm assuming is a drummer came up to me with his middle finger raised, and I'm thinking to myself, very good, you learned how to count to 1. Most impressive. Do you know what comes next? To make him feel better though, I gave him a rule number 2 sticker. He thought that was great, and his buddy was like, well, I want one too. So I hand him one, he reads it and hands it back to me. Man, metal musicians are such fucking crybabies. Anyway, the most common issue with drummers is that they get too excited and finish too early. At least that's what their girlfriends have been complaining about for years. But when you get them on a drum set, the all too common problem is that drummers tend to speed up slightly on the fills and thus throws off everything for the rest of the song. And why is this? Because not enough guys with the amazingly awesome skills bother practicing to a metronome. I mean, who wants to play the boring shit like playing in time when you can do super awesome stuff like playing amazingly intricate fills and spinning your drumsticks? I'm fucking serious. I once had a drummer come into the studio that couldn't play to a click to save his fucking life, but he could spin his drumsticks like a master. Yeah, because spinning drumsticks sounds so fucking amazing on a record. And if you refuse to cut your record to a metronome because you already fucking know everything, a real important point worth mentioning is that when you count in with the sticks, that determines the tempo for the song. Yes, it really does. I was working on a record back in 2004 where the drummer counted in like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the rest of us are like, what the fuck are you doing? And after much arguing, we finally straightened him out. But the next day he hits us with, I'm cutting the drums by myself, no metronome, no accompanying instruments, just the drums. You know, these days, the first thing I would have said would be like, yeah, there's the door. But I was a bit younger then and wanted to prove myself, so I grudgingly agreed. Wow, was that ever a gigantic fucking mistake? And if any of you black metal fans are wondering why the tempo is so all over the place on the second Woods of Ypres record, well, now you know why. Because somebody didn't learn how to count to fucking 4! A little footnote, the rest of the band quit on the drummer when they finished their parts. And he went on to take credit for everything. I mean, seriously, he wrote written and performed by him, which is absolute and total bullshit. I think I was mentioned in the thank yous somewhere, but I refuse to work with that guy ever again because of that nonsense. So please, metronome. And while you're at it, please hang on to your drumsticks. I know this is a difficult concept to grasp, but you do need your sticks to hit your drums. They're a big help. If you let them slip out of your hands, you can't keep the beat, like you could anyway. But dropping your drumsticks makes your out-of-time drumming even fucking worse. The rest of us musicians are trying to create some fucking music once in a while, and we'd appreciate it if you'd stop trying to fuck it up every chance you get. And another thing, stop hitting your drums like a wimp. Look, it's cool if you can play fast, but it's not cool if nobody can hear you because you traded in your sticks for feathers. You know, I was at a show a few years back and this band Courage My Love got up on stage, and this little girl who probably weighed about 90 pounds got up on the kit and just started to hit like Thor. I mean, I'm not making this shit up. She just had beautiful technique, just pounded the shit out of her kit. I grabbed every drummer that I knew in that club, dragged them up to the stage and made them watch. See, this is how you hit a drum set. Hit like a girl? Yeah, you fucking wish you could. But even if you can get your drummer to show up to a gig, it's important to remind them to bring drumsticks. Yes, that really happens. And guys, if you're playing on someone else's kit at a show or a host kit in a studio, a real good idea is to loosen things off before you move them, you lazy, shit-brained, self-centered fucktards! This one really pisses me off. You'd think that playing on someone else's kit, certain courtesies would apply. If you need to move a cymbal or a rack tom, loosen off the bolts first, you dumb shits! That way you don't strip things and the equipment still fucking works after you're done with it. Ugh. Now, just to be perfectly clear, you don't have to be Neil Peart to be a great drummer. You can play basic stuff and still be great in your own way. Just find the proper balance between strength and finesse, and learn how to count to 4 properly. That's a big plus. Phil Rutt is one name that keeps popping up. Simple beats, played with strength, finesse, and great timing. This guy has had a decades-long career playing for AC/DC to millions of people the world over. Yeah, then he fucks up his career with death threats, crystal meth, and breaching his quarter agreements. Tell me again why drummers aren't complete fucking idiots? Because even if you do find a great one, he's probably the guy who's gonna take a dump in the urinal just because he thinks it's funny. Don't get me wrong, I've worked with some truly inspirational drummers over the years, guys that take pride in what they do and are a credit to the instrument. I've also worked with a bunch that definitely fit in the stick make noise category. So when you're playing drums in a band, try not to be an idiot. That'd be great.